I'm Kev.
And I'm Steve.
And we're from the internet.
Want to help us spread the We're From the Internet word? Leaving us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes and Stitcher would give us a nice little boost in the search results and help new listeners find us.
If you had the chance, what's the one thing you would uninvent? What would the outcome be?
What would you uninvent? That's Christian West, by the way, giving us a little question on the voicemail.
I'd get rid of the phrase phablet.
Phablet? What's phablet?
It's a large phone or a small tablet.
Right, I have a question. Because one of my goals for 2015, I've been learning to pronounce my THs properly. So I'm getting good at saying things like this by putting my tongue between my teeth. I never used to be able to say that. How on earth do you pronounce stuff that begins with a PH? Is my tongue supposed to be involved then?
F.
F? No, there's no P. Don't be a moron. There's no P.
PH.
No.
F.
No.
F.
No, that's not how you say it.
Phone.
Yeah, phone.
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 We're saying the same word there.
We're not, because I'm doing the...
But that's just spitty.
Yeah, phone.
I've never heard anyone say phone.
Well, foreigners say words. Foreigners? That came out a bit wrong, didn't it?
Foreigners.
People from abroad, in other languages, they pronounce the P at the start of words.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm asking. So with phablet, I'm pronouncing it as if it's spelled with an F. It's a Beatles tablet thing. Is that correct? Or should it be phablet? Phablet.
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 I can't think of anything else that I'd uninvent other than that, though. I mean...
The nuclear bomb.
Yeah, but hasn't, radiation and whatnot taught us a lot.
Ooh, you don't need to uninvent nuclear energy, just the bomb itself.
So the bomb part, explosions.
Gunpowder. Uninvent gunpowder.
Again, we wouldn't be able to run a lot of things.
What things run on gunpowder?
No, because we learn from it, don't we? We learn from the propulsion and the explodingness of it all. You know, fireworks wouldn't work without gunpowder.
For fireworks?
They begin with an F.
Do they have gunpowder in? I thought they just had firework.
Yeah, gunpowder, I'm sure it is.
Really? Is that what matches are made of? Are they gunpowder?
No, I don't think so.
Just stick matches in your fireworks then. If you genie a box of matches, that's like watching a firework go off. When's the last time you genied a box of matches?
Is that when you throw a...
It's when you light a match and you put it back inside the box of matches and then run away really fast because it's about to go...
Well, I'm not mad. I don't do stuff like that.
What were parks for when you grew up?
I didn't go to parks when I grew up.
If you had, you'd have seen people genieing boxes of matches and kissing girls on the swings.
Only chavs hang around in parks where I came from.
Everyone hangs around in the park around here, and there's no chavs.
Weird. I imagine it's just all chavs. They were all chavs we passed earlier with their yellow boots on.
Is that what a chav is these days? Because they weren't wearing baseball caps, they weren't wearing tracksuit bottoms.
They were wearing tracksuit bottoms.
No, they were wearing shorts.
They were wearing tracksuit shorts.
Well,
they were chavs.
Am I a chav then? I'm currently wearing a baseball cap and a pair of tracksuit shorts. They are World of Tanks ones, so that perhaps gives... And it's an Evolve hat, so the fact that they're both video game based perhaps gives me a little bit of slack. And the beard and glasses. Have you ever seen a chav with a beard?
I think so. I've seen him with that horrible, shadowy, pox face.
What? This is one specific person you're talking about.
It's the chav I saw on the bus.
So you're just now in the middle of a personal attack against him. I'd happily uninvent the bus. Bloody hate them.
Yeah, I kind of do.
They just make me want to vomit. In fact, no, I'd uninvent the hump in the bus because it serves no purpose. Just don't put a seat there. Make it a table or something. But if you sit on the hump in a bus, you are guaranteed to vomit. No one's ever survived it.
I sit on that now and again. I usually sit at the front.
And you vomit, I
assume, don't you? Keep my knees safe.
You sit on the top at the front so you can pretend you're driving.
No, I never sit at the top.
Why? That's where the cool kids sit. Oh, I remember. You cry when you go up too many stairs.
Don't go up, do I? Don't do up.
No. Would you be able to manage stairs on a moving bus?
Probably
not.
You
ever tried it? Would you go on an open top?
What if you were going literally sit on the first chair I get to?
What if you were on an open top bus tour around London? Would you sit at the bottom of the bus on an open top bus tour?
Probably not.
Should we go and do that?
That'd be quite fun, yeah.
But problem is, I've only invented the bus. We can't. It'd be an open-top, horse-drawn carriage.
Again, wouldn't that affect...
That'd be more romantic, actually. I'd quite like that. We'll do that one.
Yeah.
After we get our matching tattoos done, we'll go on a romantic horse-drawn carriage ride around London.
But that's just... I did that in Bruges, and it was a bit random, really.
I did that in Bruges as well. I wasn't with you, I don't think.
No, I was with my family.
Yeah. Whose family was I with? I was with a family. Yeah, that was all right, although the horse stopped for a poo halfway round. That was weird.
Yeah, I think that's just their normal stop. They stopped for ours.
Interesting.
So yeah, what else could we uninvent?
Cocaine.
But then Coca-Cola wouldn't exist.
What?
Because that started off with cocaine, didn't
Did
it?
it really?
It did.
Are you sure?
Honestly.
You're winding me up,
No,
aren't you?
look it up.
What about Pepsi?
Well, that just came after Coke, didn't it?
Taste of trash as well.
we talk about that at some point.
We talked about it a few days ago. Your memory's atrocious. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I couldn't remember. For some reason, I couldn't remember it was a future episode. This is the most recent one.
Is that an episode we haven't yet recorded? I don't know.
I'm trying to think. What else?
Jesus, that isn't going to end well. What about the patio door?
I quite like them.
What are they for? Why can't you just have a normal door?
Because
That's
it
a
saves
pointless
room, isn't it?
invention. How?
Well, it doesn't open outwards. So
Yeah, but it's twice the size in the first place.
Well, it's a window and a door.
Well, what's the point? All they
More
do is
like-
cause accidents.
The door folds into itself, meaning you can have just jump in and out without a flappy door in the wind.
Is that what a patio door is?
What you've got there?
I thought a patio door was the ones that opened up double.
No, that's just a...
What's a French door then?
That's a French door.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been getting that the wrong way around for years.
She hates French doors.
I don't see the point of them. Why would you have a French door? Because you don't get any more light because most of it's door. It's not all glass, is it? It's mostly door. And it just takes up double the amount of space so you can't put any furniture there. That's what I'm uninventing. Fireplaces. I can understand.
People would have died in the winter.
Yeah, no, fireplaces in the past are fine.
You've uninvented them.
No, those fireplaces are all right.
No, but you've uninvented
Let me
them.
clarify what I'm uninventing. I'm uninventing the modern fireplace, which is just a ridiculous brick structure to house a heating device in. There's no chimney, but my dad's got one, I've got one, and all it does is dominates my living room.
Didn't they all used to be fireplaces though? That's just
No,
a conversion.
these houses were built 30, 40 years ago. They've never had chimneys. They're there for decorative purposes to make people think it's like an old house. So halfway through the living room, there's this massive brick floor-to-ceiling fireplace that just means I can't put my TV flat to the wall. So I have to have my TV in the corner with the light streaming in off the road outside. It's stupid. I'm uninventing them because it basically ruins my house. This house would be perfect if I could put my TV flat to the wall so we could all sit in front of it. I'd be able to set up my surround sound properly.
Why
So
don't
at the
you
moment,
attach it above the mantelpiece or
it doesn't
underneath
fit.
the mantelpiece?
There's a bloody fireplace in the way.
Well, attach it to the fireplace.
No. I refuse. It would look ridiculous. But my surround sound doesn't work properly because I've got to have it off at an unusual angle. There are actually people, unless you're sat dead in the middle of the room because of the way I've had to set it up, you're sat behind the rear speakers at some seats in that room because there's no other way to set it up because I've had to put the TV at an angle in the corner. Surround sound doesn't work in a setup like that. I'm a nerd, but my surround sound doesn't work properly and my TV gets an unfortunate glare on it, and it's all because of fireplaces. I'm done with them. I've had enough.
You could have your TV in front of the window.
But then the radiator and stuff there to stop the heat coming in, and
Turn
how would
the
I
radiator
open a
off?
window on a hot day?
You
How
don't
would I
need
shut
to.
the curtains at night?
Leave them shut.
Or how would I open them in the day when I wanted to see if it was raining outside?
Leave them shut.
It's just
Get rid of curtains. Have
why
blinds.
do central heated houses need in the middle of a living room an extra heating device?
Exactly.
Whoever turns them on? Do you have one in your house?
Probably. I don't know.
Have you ever turned it on?
Yeah.
I've never turned mine on.
So put the telly in front of it then.
But then it's going to be in the middle of the room, so there's that marble thing on the floor. The TV would be in the middle of the front room.
Put it on your large windowsill. We should probably stop arranging your house, but I'll come round and do it for you when we're off the air.
Fact is, we wouldn't have to do any of that if it wasn't for stupid modern fireplaces that serve no purpose. So they're off, and it's going to make everyone's lives much better.
I'd probably uninvent tobacco smoking. That seems a bit random and pointless.
But then what would people do when they wanted a 5-minute break from work?
Just do what I do and go to the toilet.
Want to support the show? Do all your Amazon shopping through we'refromtheinternet.com/Amazon, and it doesn't cost you anything extra, but we get a little kickback on everything you buy.